Hey guys, what's up? Scythe here with some more Commando gameplay. This is kind of an update video. Lots been going on, been very busy. Just haven't had a lot of time to play between work, school, signing up for more college classes. Just haven't really had the time to play. And that, when I've also logged on, a lot of times haven't had a lot of guild mates online. So it's made it really hard to get in really good footage and a lot of good games. I've been just doing my daily and logging off. Um, Another thing is really that has been bugging me is the server transfers have still not come. My other two level 50s, I really want to play them. I really enjoy my BH. I really enjoy my Marauder. It's just a nice break to switch it up and be able to play other classes. And when you can't really do that, it really sucks. Especially when you spent so much time and effort gearing them, getting their Battle Master gear. Both of the guys are basically full Battle Master, and when you can't even play them, it really sucks. Uh, I've been logging on and there's been 5 to 10 people on the server and you just can't get a queue. So on top of that, not being able to play a lot because of my schedule and not having anybody to play with on other times, plus the queue is really sucked. And that's why it's gone 4 days since my last video. Um, Before that I had a lot of scheduling and stuff that I was trying to figure out, so then last week was bad. So now it's like 2 weeks that my footage has kind of been irregular and haven't been able to put out as much as I normally do. I like to do at least 3 videos a week. um, Sorry about that. I'll try to get it all figured out and get some better gameplay more often. um, but I really enjoy this map. To kind of change the subject a little bit, it's just a really good mix of ranged and melee. It has strength and weak, pros and cons for both. There's little cuts you can do, like jumping behind here. A melee is really not gonna chase you a lot of times unless they really want to kill you. Um, Most of the time the melee are all clumped up trying to interrupt in this little wide area of the front of the turret, which gives you these little, side cuts on behind the building, behind these, sandbags or whatever that is. And even over here by the big turret, if you kind of stay out of this main area, of course if your team is dying and you have to interrupt, you're going to be in that main cluster. But I really like staying on the edge of this map. It really helps me out and really helps me be able to focus healers, which healers are the ones keeping these melee wrecking ball juggernaut marauders. If you really are sick of the marauders, take out their healer. They're definitely not as potent. With 2 people on them, they're gonna die. You can take the healer out of the equation. Your teammates will be able to, uh, you know, take him out easier. Um, but I really like this little spot here, even getting behind here. If you're 2 foot further back than what I am right now, people can leap to you. If you're up against the wall, they can't. So it's an amazing little trick with that turret. Sometimes it'll lag out and they'll still leap to you, but a lot of times they won't, and you'll see them have to run all the way to you to get a good beat on you. But a lot of times people won't even come out here, especially melee, just for the fact they're trying to interrupt all around the turret. Or not the turret, I don't know why I keep calling it a turret. Just so used to playing Alderaan, the bunker. Um, but yeah, running the edge of these maps as a range is really cool on the edge of these bunkers. This is a pretty close game actually. It may not seem like it right now, but it definitely tightens up. These guys were putting a lot of pressure on us. They were getting a lot of kills. They have a lot of assassins, fairly melee heavy. I think they had 2 healers. We had both healers marked up, as you can see the gun. We had the crosshairs on the other, so it made us pick them off pretty easy, but they were still getting some nice kills on our team before they went down. But I really, I've been getting on a lot of good pugs, it seems like, lately too. Like I was saying, I'm not running with my normal group as much the last few days, just because of different circumstances, but good pugs. It seems like Fat Man is getting pretty good with the rebel side. Everybody marks healers, everybody focuses pretty well. I'm really not losing a lot, even if I don't run with a group, which is awesome. Back in this little spot here, I really like those turrets. They're awesome. I hope they don't fix that. where people can start leaping to you. I kind of switch gears here, going to the other turret. We actually end up losing the southern turret not turret, bunker. God, um, just so used to all run. Um, a lot of times I get a little sidetracked, and I really like to have the game in my hands. I really don't like to lose because someone's not paying attention. So I kind of left Southern because I really thought this guy wasn't going to be able to guard, and it ended up happening that he was stuck on the roof. So it actually, this time, my normal reckless behavior trying to go see if another turret is under attack actually paid off, because he was stuck on the roof. I had no idea what happened. He was like spamming in chat, "I'm stuck on the roof," but then he ended up getting down. I guess he leaped down. But why would you go on the roof in the first place? It's kind of a stupid move. And it almost cost us the game here. I mean, they got 2 turrets and put a huge dent on us. And this map can swing very fast, as a lot of you know. Great comebacks. I really love this map. This guy just really wanted to kill me. He's not going to leave me alone. I went for a juke knockback right here. Completely got vaporized. Got him there. If that works out in your favor, where you can juke them off and knock them off and get some heals up, it's awesome. A lot of times, though, you're playing a lot of the classes that blowbacks, and it backfires on you. But yeah, he just wanted me dead. He was just gonna ride me. And there's really not a lot, like I was saying, you can do about Marauders. One-on-one, even Juggernauts. Really, the best thing you can do is dot them up, kite them with your, your dots. Assault, of course, or Pyro is the best way to go. Just because the more, you can run, you're not sitting there casting, wide open. So that's really the best way I've found to deal with them. Is just kite them and snare them and hope it pays off and get a couple big hits. Sometimes it doesn't. Some good little fights here. Got a few hits. Trying to spam click this thing. A lot of times it works out that no one interrupts you, but I got hit by AoE there. Sometimes people are really good on top of it, though, stopping the spam clicking. But I've noticed if you are really DPSing a lot and you're not focused on it, and you're just blowing up people, then all of a sudden you just stop and click on that, it kind of catches them off guard because you've been doing so much damage. So it's a really good idea to, even if you're DPSing a healer down, stop and try and click on that every once in a while. You'll catch them off guard. And we get the eastern back right here, but we lost the southern. I probably should have peeled off of this western emplacement a little faster to go help southern. We still didn't have this bunker though secured, so it's not really anybody's fault. We just couldn't kill these assassins. They're just a beast tank spec, and it's really difficult to kill. But yeah, at this point I was thinking, I've had a couple ultra collapses on this where we blew huge leads and end up losing. I've had one game where we had them down to 2% and they came back and won, and it was just horrendous. So I was like thinking at this point, I was like, man, they may come back. They may actually get us. We're getting spread out. We're not able to cap bases fast enough. They're blowing us up. We started off really strong though with that southern emplacement, but it just kept going in their favor, and their DPS it wasn't really impressive, but it was able to outlast us, like what I was saying about those assassins. Back at the southern, trying to lay down some damage. We ended up luring a lot of them here, able to let a few people sneak back east. Their healer was here. That's always a good thing to see a lot of healers on the turret. The turret again, the bunker. If anytime a good tip, if you see a lot of healers load up on the southern bunker, if you can slip away and head to the other one, most of the time you'll get it. Especially if you're a good one-on-one player or good one-on-one class, you'll be able to take out the 1 or 2 guys with the other turret and able to capture. I tried spam clicking right there and got interrupted terribly. the little bunker trick paid off, sneaking around their line of sight and cutting their damage off. Um, of course, when you get 2 bases, you immediately need to run and play defense. The little distraction is only as good as fast as, if you can't fall back to your other turrets fast enough after, being a distraction, it doesn't work out. Um, Really enjoy the spec, both Bounty Hunter and Commando. It's not very flashy though. It's just the animations may not just look as cool or may not be as fun as, like Heat Seeker missiles. That's still my favorite animation in the game. It just looks bad to the bone. It's not as flashy, may not be as fun to play, but it does some devastating damage. Good medium burst. I wouldn't say it's great. You have good dots and then light burst. Make it pretty a decent spec. I would still want some. I kind of want to go back to Merc and play my Heat Seekers and just rockets. It's just so cool, even though it's not as effective as this. I wish they would go back and give us some kind of interrupt protection with shield up, something to make us where we're not just a sitting duck, casting away. So we finally got these 2 bases, and we're basically gonna weed them down to, have a good nice lead again and be able to win this. Like I was saying, I thought it could have been another, upset after we started off so strong, and it's like we hit a flat spot and we're just collapsing. But we end up hanging on to it. It seems like the last little few ticks take forever. It's just like, you're gonna, that it's gonna happen. It's just like it's slowly ticking down. With this map, it's like I dread the last tick because the one match I lost 2%. They had 2% left, and they end up coming back and winning. So it's now like I'm on the edge, this entire map, waiting for that last little tick. This is such a cool map, the little run back and forth. I hope they do, more maps like this and do a lot better job. I wish they'd revamp the other ones and just make it a little bit cleaner like this. They're not terrible maps, but they could be better. This map, I really like the competitiveness of it. You really don't get that in the other maps because Hutball can be dominated depending on what class the other team has. Alderon's pretty decent. Same thing with Voidstar. A lot of people don't think it is, but it can be the same deal with assassins or tanks guarding the doors and just never dying. So it can be real class dependent. I wish more maps would be like this. That's going to do it for this gameplay commentary / update video. I will talk to you guys later, and I will try to get more footage out the best I can. Just really busy lately, and I'll talk to you guys later.